Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Melanated 10K Day open mic. So, there has been a little bit of conversation about like how this is going to go. So, I'm going to give you guys like a little brief introduction so you know what to expect. And if you are feeling brave, creative, want to get out here and share your poems, you can. So, what's going to happen is in the chat there is a comment and it should be pinned. It is now pinned officially. So, what you're going to do if you want to, there is a StreamYard link. You're going to click it into your name and your pronouns so that I can correctly address you. Be ready with your poem, a little bit about yourself, and where about your poem, where it came from, whatnot, and be ready to share your poem. You're going to get a spotlight, so it'll just be you, like when you're ready to do your poem and whatnot, so that everybody kind of gets that open mic up on the stage feeling virtually. So from the Melanated Writing community tonight, we have both Britt and Hannity. So we have some guaranteed poems for you guys tonight for sure. So if you ladies wouldn't mind introducing yourself, and then we can kind of get started.
Is me okay? Um, my name is Kennedy. I am a writer, mother, and caffeine lover slash tea lover. I have a YouTube channel that I will eventually get back into one of these days, and I am excited about this open mic night slash poetry slam. So I've been looking forward to it, and it's here. So let's get it.
Hi, I'm Britt. My channel is Britt Writerly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of um, literature and culture. Sorry, I almost said something completely different. Literature and culture, and share some bookish content, some writing blogs, and some original content. Right now, it is poetry. The latest poem I've uploaded is My People Perish and a Limitation for Black Life. So if you click around, like some videos, then hit that big red button and we can be internet friends.
All right, now, so Miss Hannity, would you like to go first?
Okay.
What is the name of your poem? How'd you get into poetry? Let us know.
Let's see. I started writing poetry when I was in seventh grade. Um, after getting my first boyfriend. So, um, yeah, this one is called Label slash Respect Our Skin. The first part of it is my worldview because I think my worldview is different from everyone else's, and then the second is Respect Our Skin, and that is basically my reference to Black Lives Matter because even though people are not talking about it, it's still important. So I mixed the two together, and yeah, that's my poem that I'm saying.
All right, whenever you're ready.
All right. And one and one and one two three and one and one and one two three. Just like a bear waking from hibernation, a volcano that was sleeping, a machine that was broken, I had to go through tribulations to find my aspiration to begin writing again. I am not your label. Don't try to generalize me, categorize as one, two, three. You cannot lift with your head and put me over your shoulder like a box because I am better than that. You cannot pack your suitcase and expect me not to pop back up. Even if you get a sumo wrestler to sit on it, I will rise. I mean, I might struggle a little bit, but I will rise. Don't be in such a hurry to clip my wings just to put me with the other injured birds. Don't try to seal me in an envelope and put me in that ridiculous stack. You know the one that's in the back? Just turn back around. Beep, 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 pretend you never saw me because I am not your category. I am not a threat. My hands are out of my pockets. My hands are on the dashboard where you can see it. I'm not breaking eye contact. Are these things you have to teach your kids? I didn't think so. And it's really sad because when we follow the rules, we're still targeted. There is no wiggle room. We're either angry or weak for showing vulnerability. My face will never meet the concrete or the hood of your car. I shall never hear your gun cock. And when it does it, you leave us with PTSD. Last time I checked, I don't have a tattoo of a bullseye. Respect our skin. I am so sick and tired, or maybe I'm just tired of being sick and tired, sick and tired, sick and tired of seeing the same five races. I don't want to check a box. What if I want to be Hispanic and African American and American Indian and Native Hawaiian and white? Why can't there be other options like Caribbean or multiracial? At least let me hold CTRL and scroll through. There is no such thing as just American these days. You know why? Because it's 2021. I want to know why sexually confident women are labeled as whores. And nice men, real nice men like the ones you meet in school, are labeled as door knobs. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Just let me fly because I am not your label. Black and brown is not a crime. We can't stay silent like mimes. I'm not threatened by blonde and blue, but my paranoia thickens and thickens until I can't help looking at a car that's white and blue. I did not sign up for modern slavery. I am not a liability. Respect our skin. Don't let them constitutionalize you, forcing you in a box with a lid made of glue. We want to be free. They can close us up with masking tape. Ha! We'll pop up like a jack in the box. The reason why you can't fit in is you're not meant to. A star was never meant to fit in a triangle. Don't try to demoralize the subject, they try to desensitize the meaning. We are outside believers. Anything outside of the box, that's we. They want you and us to slow down and compromise just so they can classify us. Forget that. You and we are not their category. I want to go outside and walk freely without being the next one shot. I want to earn a job where they're not looking to fill in the quota. I want to earn my degrees without worrying about being overqualified, or worse, not earning a job for lack of experience and being underqualified. But how can I earn experience if they don't give me a chance? I am human too. Respect our skin. I really don't care about sexual preference. Who cares if it's girl on girl or boy on girl on boy? What is the deal? I say the more the merrier. Don't hate because they have more game than you. Congratulate. It is 2021. Get over it and live. Trans men are men and trans women are women. Stop living in ignorance and ask questions. They are not your label. I want to know why black people are represented as criminals. I mean, that is all you see on the news, sitting on the sidewalk or being slammed down when they know that the majority is innocent. Think about Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King Jr., Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, Richard Brooks, Daniel Pruitt, Tatiana Jefferson, Ora Rossa, Stephen Clark, Botham Jean, Philando Castile, Jay Farrell, Omari Johnson. Are you listening now? Remember their names and everyone else that ever wore silver bracelets or met an officer while jogging in their neighborhood, smoking in their own home, driving with their baby in the back. I didn't know I can be a threat while sleeping. Maybe the crooked believe if they kill enough of us and if they keep us out of fiction, we'll stop reproducing and we'll stop writing. Because when your voice isn't enough, you can write yourself in. Women may have come from man's ribs, but it's women that carry the babies. Respect our skin. Just because you're black doesn't mean you're black, and just because you're white doesn't mean you're white. I am Haitian. Our skin shouldn't be political statements. And please, whatever you do not put me with those girls that hurt you. Like, I've never met you. I never even saw you. We never ran into each other at Starbucks. Yet they want to place me and you with all those girls and boys. Take your patterns and your routines and shove it out the door because I can't take it no more. Let me be multiracial and multi-purpose and multi-talented. Let us be plural and not singular. Just let us fly. Baby, spread your wings and soar above the clouds. I belong in one space and one blank, and that is me. Because I, you, and we refuse to be their label. That's the end of it.
All right now. All right now. Get your snaps in. All right. How you feel? Yeah.
I'm breathing.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, she over here rocking and everything.
You know I have the accent, so I have to make sure my words come out properly.
Yeah, no, you did fine. You did fine. All right, so we had Come On Hannity and Rise. And you know me, I felt that I'm not a threat line. They just said, I am so amazed with people who can write poetry. This is great. Tash said, preach. Just Eva hit us with the finger snaps on right now. And they just said, yay. Martha went ahead and slipped in here all right now. Thank you for joining us. HK showing love and Tash showing love. Bruh, was you gonna get up here anyways? Cause you gonna have to follow somebody's performance. Like, come on now. Come on now. All right, Britt, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so tell us about your poem.
So I'm doing the National Poetry Month challenge thing where you're supposed to write a poem a day. Now, you know, I've been mostly successful in that. So this poem I wrote on the second day, actually during one of your streams,
Okay.
your Thursday night lives. Shout out to those for helping me get into a habit of writing. But so I have, for most of my life, like whenever I'm really, really stressed, it manifests through my sleep. Even to the point that when I'm not aware that I might be overloaded, my sleep is always the first thing to signal that something is not right. And so for the National Poetry Month Challenge, I'm doing an ode a day, or every day I write. So this one was an ode to my sleep and just engaging in a conversation with my rest or lack thereof. So that's what this is.
All right now. All right, well, go ahead. I think I got you on
Okay.
sound. There you go.
Can you hear me though? Because y'all know my sound is always.
You are great. You are great.
Okay, great. All right. NPM number 2, to my sleep. I have to believe at one time we were friends, that you didn't used to be a nightmare unto yourself, a terror whose only insistence was on making me think that I'd literally gone to sleep and awoken dead. You bully of the bedroom, you suspect slumber, you take me out. You lay on top of me, but only halfway. You love the sort of things, sort of awake, sort of paralyzed, sort of fine, suddenly not, sort of peaceful, suddenly not, sort of benign, suddenly. You love the switch up. I don't know what you get out of this. It's not like you're getting paid. Are you in this with the sun? You ensure my restless nights, then deliver me to his long day's sleep. Let's make a new deal. Agree to be partners. The visions I can just barely stand. I hardly remember them anyway. That would be too helpful. I'd maybe be too powerful. I get it. But the stillness, the half in, half out, wholly possessed by your stasis, please. Let's leave that in the last time. Let's let last night be the last night. Let's charge it to the game and destroy the card. And part of me knows I'm not being fair. That sleeplessness is addling my brain and making me miss the obvious. You're pissed at me. I told you too much, overburdened you with my waking stress until I gave you insomnia. You've always been an empath. feeling and feeling and feeling and dry drowning. Meanwhile, every shred of sorrow you absorb, every lance of pain you appropriate, every fleeting fear you interpret. Really, I'm the one disturbing you, distorting you, making of you what you never were, and scorning everything you hate about yourself. That you're the scorekeeper of all my tragedy, unable to let sleeping traumas lie.
Okay, now. All right. Oh, to my sleep. I feel you. Okay. I was the sort of line, and then the let last night be the last night. Both were like, okay. I see you.
Thank you.
I love it. Hannity said, everything you hate about yourself. I heart that. Come on, Deja. All right, Drea with the fire. All right. Martha says, I'm relating. I'm relating. I have had not quite as poetic conversations with our lack of sleep, but we definitely understand the sentiments for sure.
Hey, listen.
Okay. All right, y'all. Don't forget to hit that link if y'all trying to come in. And it doesn't have to be a poem you wrote. It could be a poem that you like, that you want to read. Like, go ahead. Dre said, yes, for real. Like, we really can relate. A whole new person has come alive. All right, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine. The scorekeeper of all my tragedies, right?
Yes.
Right? Just great lines.
Y'all are so sweet. Thank you.
Okay, y'all. So, all right, now I don't know how to I'm not gonna put myself on solo screen because I can't handle it. I don't know what to do.
You can just take up the whole and put us on the little side if you don't know how to take us completely out.
Okay, hold on.
Boom.
Oh, it worked. Oh,
yep.
I mean, okay. Well, all right, y'all. Well, let me change the. As y'all see, I've been mood lighting it up over here. So let me get to some purple. There we go.
Come on, purple.
All right.
Come on, Prince, some purple
right,
rain.
So, this poem I wrote like a few years ago, and it's like I put it on my blog in like 2019, but like I wrote it way before that. But it's called Mental Slavery. And it came from the idea of like two things. If you have watched the writerly conversations that me and Britt had this month, we talked about poetry and what got us and everything like that. And one of the things that I said I loved was personification. So there's personification in this. And then my favorite author took a book and he made a metaphor last an entire novel. And so I took that idea and wanted to make a novel or a metaphor last a whole poem. So hopefully I did that. It's the first time I'm like reading it, so I'm a little nervous. Okay. My thoughts are but slaves, destined to be emancipated from my brain's plantation. Their true desire is to be free of the oppression of rational supremacy. That concept that they are inferior because they do not fit into a box that limits their creativity and expansion. They sing the spirituals to uplift one another while carrying the chains of inferiority as a reminder that one day they will be free at last. They fight a war that only I can see and feel, a war with pride and fear that is not free of casualties. Bought by pride, the master, who decides which thoughts should be sold to the general public, which ones should be house Negroes meant for manipulation and personal enjoyment, slaves given over to the responsibility of waiting on pride, hand and foot, suckling his children with words that stroke an ego bent on holding back my progress. A master so convinced that the raping of words and implanting of his seeds of destruction are a blessing. Instead, a desecration of art in its purest form. I cannot forget the field Negroes who have the main job of processing what my 9 to 5 requires in order to sustain the quality of life that they are used to. Beaten by fear, the overseer, that tells my thoughts what is right, when to speak, how to be, and where to go. Fear holds true to his job by overseeing that all creativity is removed through the picking of assignments that create a monotonous routine. allowing for the sun to beam down on the skin of my thoughts in an attempt to darken them. He does so not realizing that the increase of melanin was protecting my thoughts from the cancer of self-doubt. Unknowingly, he reminds my thoughts that their black is beautiful, powerful, and needed. My thoughts dream of the day they can taste true freedom by expressing themselves to people everywhere. A day when they're not viewed as inferior to the thoughts of worldly scholars, given as scraps meant to be delicacies. A day when segregation between rational and irrational, normal and abnormal no longer exists and all thoughts are treated as equal. But for now, they work in the fields of anxiety and depression with muscular arm-like paragraphs. They pluck the weeds of discouragement and self-hatred and collect the cotton of edification and charity. There are casualties in this war for mental freedom. There are thoughts beaten to death with whips that try to beat the rebellion of creativity out of them. There are thoughts lynched and hung as a warning sign that radical thinking is not tolerated. A true showcase of pride and fears. But as I mourn those thoughts that did not withstand the abuse, I celebrate those thoughts that turn into words, those sentences that turn into paragraphs, and those paragraphs that turn into poems and short stories. On the epitaphs of the fallen is written, "Here lies those too precocious for small minds and mental slavery," a tribute to the greatness they possess that did not die with them, but flourishes in their offspring. So there we go.
You better give us an extended metaphor of slavery. Come on and bless saints. Amen. I couldn't even hold my peace. I said, well, I just don't know what I'm
over here.
feeling. I gotta hold the wall. Amen. Thank you, Sister Cache, for lifting up the congregation.
Y'all are awesome. I love y'all.
You see, when you bless your ministry, the Lord bless you back. Amen.
I'm so hot, y'all. Okay. All right. Well, I don't see nobody else joining in up here with us. So, ladies, are y'all like wanting to do another one? I mean, Deja, you could low key like Google it and read it.
That's very true.
You could low key do that because come on, Queen, like hop up in here. Because I've never heard this poem, so like I'm intrigued. Okay, let's see. We love extended metaphors. Whoo, y'all.
We love.
Do y'all practice these readings? These are so good. I know me and Britt have talked about this, but we both have like performed poems before. So like I've like that was what I was like going for with it, but I've never performed this one before. And as y'all see, I definitely have not memorized it. So there's that. So, man, I was like that line though. Man, that was one of my favorite lines.
Bars Black for me.
Right. Oh, thank you. Yay, I love y'all so much. Y'all are awesome.
I have to. Dre is like the reason needed to be said. Here for this. I got you on the claps.
Right. Yes. Go ahead, Jabri. Yeah, do it for Jabri.
Here for this.
Right.
As are we all. Come on and bless.
Yeah, I needed that water. My mouth was like super dry. Come on, Drea. The link is in there.
Like what you want? The link is pinned.
It's pinned. Come on. Man, you know what? I was like, if we liked it enough, I was like, this should definitely be something we do more often.
You know I'm here for this.
Yes.
I'm also loving this. All of you get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there.
While we wait for anybody else, y'all have other poems y'all want to share?
I have to put mine up.
I was saying we got an hour at least. So
let me see if I have others up on my computer.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Let me see if I find one I like. Let me see. I'll give y'all one that's not super militant. I'll give y'all like a love poem or something.
Oh, I do have a love poem I can do.
Right, like let me give y'all something.
I mean, mine wasn't super heavy, and as I'm scrolling Cache, I'm seeing my Dear 2020 poem, which was an apologetics after Rudy Francisco, and I'm like, oh husband,
Oh husband. Oh husband. Sid, you gonna drop one, Sid?
Nah, I just came to crash the stream a little bit and say what's poppin'.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. Talking about I came to crash the stream a little
I'm out.
bit.
This is what I've been doing. Like, I didn't get to do it earlier, but like before people go live, I've been in the back, just saying hi and whatnot. But that's it. Love y'all. Love what you're doing. Everyone, don't be afraid. Come over here. Click the link. You see how easy I slid up in here. I want to hear y'all poems. I'll be back in the audience. Bye.
Bye, Sid.
Five said.
Oh, Dre's in the house.
Come on and bless us.
You ready?
Hey.
You already ready?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you good.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to read.
Hold on, somebody got us playing and I can hear it.
It's not me.
It's on me.
It might be Dre since she just hopped in.
So I wanted to.
Okay, I'm muting. You got this, Drea?
Okay, cool.
Somebody got us playing and I can hear it.
It's not me.
It's on me.
Is it me?
Yeah,
it might be me.
It's you, love. You might just have to mute the YouTube tab.
Oh yeah, there we go.
It's
Technology.
Cool. It's cool. We got it. We got it.
So I wanted to read. Hey, everybody in the chat. I wanted to read from my book. My book is a mixture of like poetry as well. So I just wanted to read just a little section of like some poetry. I'm going to just self-edit out some of the. I don't want you guys to see my little laundry section. Okay, so I'm gonna like try to edit out some of the words for it because we're on YouTube. But here we go. So the name of the chapter is Truth. Wake up. I was yanked beyond my skin and found myself paralyzed between two worlds. I felt as if I was falling deeper, but moving further from my body, being pulled by twine securing me to the bedpost. I could only but move my mind to focus my body still laying, resting, nestled between three spaces in time. A figure began to appear on the edge of the bed, not looking at me, but facing the wall. I began to be drawn towards its direction until I was consumed into its being. It told me to breathe, and as I began to do what I could remember breath to be, I grew into my body form there. I was alone, and then a seat appeared, and with a small box in front of it with my name on it. Before I could even think of whether or not I wanted to open it, or before I could think whether or not I wanted to open it, a beam of silvery white light sprung from the box into the heavens. The light was so warm and inviting that I was drawn in closer, like a moth to a flame. And the closer I got to the box, a message appeared. And it began to appear as a golden carving inside what was once empty. Now holding the box in my hands, I then dissolved into the light, and what now consumed me was the light from the box. With no form, but now consumed inside the all of the light inside of the box, the message became clear, and it read, "Little boy, next door, I hear your tears drip and stain the heart with fear. Little one, little ones, you've lost your shine, been polished by the hands of time. Say the word, little one, and set fear free, and what has been binding thee. Say the words, little one, free your mind. Do not fear the serpentine, for what is inside has died many times before you and I ever born. Little boy, next door, you shine the floor with pain endured in your head. Little boy, say the word, and you will see the demon seed come out of thee and into the land of the dead." With the grasp and the jolt, I was back in Baltimore. back in my bed, facing the same wall, focusing my eyes on the contrast between my hand and the half-white, crackled paint wall that I used as an anchor to pull me back into my body. Nails bleeding from clawing into the wall, exposing more of the flower wallpaper that had laid dormant behind. Heart still pulsing to the rhythm of the words that now ring louder as I scrambled around the bed, out the room, and down the living room searching for something to write with. I wrote all I could remember in blue ink that looked so rich against the white napkin, hands still radiating with pain, clamped around the vessel, channeling a royal decree from my soul. But what did it all mean? Okay, so yeah, that was it.
Okay. I love poetry that tells a story. I saw Britt said that too. Like poems that tell a story are like awesome. I love it. Get your snaps in.
I was like reading it in my heart. It's like,
no, right? That whole time I was like, y'all, I am sweating under here. Did you have to yawn right then, sir? Just making all the noise. Okay, so we had Britt say, I love poems that tell stories. Come through stories. Yes. Claps. I mean, hello. I was here for it. Everyone is bringing it. I am with that. I am with it.
I'm excited to see what everybody else come up here and do.
I know, right? Loved it.
It's a girl named Joe. All right, y'all.
All right. Hey,
I'm gonna be in the chat.
In the private chat before you leave, put the link. Give me the link for your book so I can put it in the thing for everybody.
But
yeah. All right, ladies. Did y'all decide if y'all wanted to do another one? I think Figs. I saw your other comment up here earlier. I meant to click on it. Really loving this. So glad you're here. Thanks so much for stopping through. And you get the blushing smiley face from the intuitive artist. Y'all, so y'all do have another poem? Y'all don't have another poem?
I do. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was, I'm always 5 steps behind, but I do get there. And I'm consistent about it. So to just wait 5 seconds for me to buffer and then I'm here. Yes, I do. Hannah, do you? Because it's so we can keep the order that we already had established.
Yeah, I have potentially 2 to 3. So.
Okay, all right. You got one that you want to do now?
Yes, I'm gonna do a short one, and then I'll do the long one later.
Okay. All right. What's this one about?
This one is about. Hold on, I just lost it. Okay, this one is about my kids.
All right, ready whenever you are.
All right. There is a timeless energy. There is a timeless energy called light. It goes through and overpast to wake the courage within. Breathe, warrior. A dove surrounds your presence. It flies over a lake, waiting for you. It's really short. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, no. So here's the thing. I was like, she said it's gonna be short, so I only got like a short time to run to the bathroom. By the time I hit the door, you were silent. So I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to wait. I see that. All right. Use the
I should have read the long one. My bad.
She said by the time I hit the door.
Yeah, by the time I hit the door, I was like, because at first I was like, "Do I got time?" She said it's gonna be short. Let me go right now, and it was a whole thing. I love that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Miss Britt, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What's this poem about, madam?
This poem, I wrote this poem 5 years ago. I have this document of poems that is way more efficient than a poetry journal because I fill up journals real quick and then I'm really bad at keeping up with them because I move around a lot. So I started this this like Word doc of a poetry journal in high school. So it goes like back to 2013, and I wrote this one in 2016. And I actually like time stamped this one. I wrote it at 3:16 a.m. on December 20th, 2016. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on at that time that I was doing this at 3:16. But sometimes poems just hit me. So and we talked about this in our writerly conversation as well. Go on over and check it out, folks. But sometimes poems help me think through and process what I think about something because I'm a verbal processor. So talking to people about what happened helps me to figure out the different angles of it and how I might be feeling about it or why I'm feeling some way about it. And in absence of a person to talk available to like talk things through with, poetry helps me to do that. And so this is one of those instances where I'm just processing or like asking myself, what do you think about this thing? And instead of just like having a conversation with myself out loud, which I also do, I wrote a poem to process that. So this is an examination of what love is to me. That's the title of the poem. In the beginning, there was love. It was perfect and self-sustaining, needing no one to be what it was and still is. Love just is. But I'm a Virgo, an earth sign. And beautiful as the origin story is, it don't work for me. What is love? Epics have written about this, essays, poems by humans more knowledgeable than me. But this is a love poem by a poet knowledgeable of me. So this is a poem about what love is to me. Love is like nails pressed into flesh during an intimate kiss. I say this because it reminds both parties that love is pain, the acceptance thereof, the perseverance therein, and the endurance thereafter. Love is standing up in the face of every obstacle that defies you and demands your defeat and saying, I see you, but this human is worth it. I will brave you because I crave them more than the physical. I need them more than the mental. I pray with them. I sing hallelujah with them. I have gotten too used to approaching God with them. I would have to relearn church without them. I love them. I love them. Like love is enough of a word to encompass all you have for them in you, but love is the only word that steps up to the challenge. Love is the moment before the nail, the skating over of the whole and unblemished skin. It's the moment of penetration, the pierce, the breaking of skin, the fracture. It's understanding that love can undo me. It is, I am so undone. And you are the reason. So you are both the fault and the excuse for me to be as I am. Look how you have ruptured me, the wideness you have made of me, the width. And now we are both a royal spread, sharing it with each other like the only sustenance that sticks to our bones. This is a prayer for love that sticks to my bones, takes me to new depths of satisfied and full. And when we have gathered together and are both whole once more, when the skin closes thinner this time, shinier than when we remember, shiny and thin enough to break like the steel of a perishable item, we stand again aware of our scars, flaws, and susceptibility to perishing and say, this human is still worth it. With love on our breath, pure like the beginning.
Okay, in the beginning was love and it was perfect. Now I was hearing you from the bathroom, but what I heard, I loved. What I heard, I loved. But it was great. No, like one thing I love the way you recite what you recite. Like when you got to the I was like, okay, come through, Cadence.
When you said it in our chat, I was like, I love cadence.
I hear it. I love it.
Yes, I build my village around cadence for sure.
Virgo. I'm not biased at all, right?
Listen.
Love. Thank you, Eva. Thank you. We appreciate it. Love is
Eva
the
with the
only word that steps
generosity.
up to the challenge. Love
Amen.
this. Come through, Britt, right? What's your collection title? Amazon link, right? So when you were talking about like your running document, in my head I was like, this girl needs a OneNote because I have a OneNote strictly for poetry, and it goes back to like 2012. Like, girl, it is all it like, man, and you can access it from anywhere. So it's the virtual journal. You'll never forget.
Yeah.
You'll
I mean,
never
I've written poetry in some strange places. So
and that's what I like about OneNote. Like on my phone, on my tablet, on anything, I always got my phone with me. Like
I use OneNote when I remember. I be getting so frazzled because it just comes over me so quickly. When I am in my present mind, I'm like, oh, I'll just open OneNote and put it on my quick notes until I get home and transfer it. But when I'm like, it just comes upon me, then it's whatever's at hand. It has been a napkin. It has been the back of an agenda of a meeting that I was no longer listening to because I have a whole situation in my head. So please lecture quieter. Like it's been everywhere.
Zasha said, damn, Britt, that was art that had me suspended. I love the way you perform your art.
Come on, suspension. Thank you, Sasha.
Right? Love it. Okay, so I have a love poem, and so like I got like pink. Let's make it a little bit more pinky, y'all. Y'all see I'm doing the mood lighting here.
I love it.
I love it. This is fun. Okay, let's see. Okay, so like Britt, this is an older poem. This is I published it on my blog February 15th, 2015. And the idea of it comes from a quote by Andre Breton. It says, all my life, my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. And so the name of this poem is My Love. Okay, so the euphoric feeling I get when I gaze into your eyes is one unparalleled by any other creature to walk this earth. I find myself intoxicated by the smile you give me that sends the butterflies in my stomach into a frenzy. This only serves to remind me that all the empty spaces inside of me that I desire for you to feel. Your voice is one that causes the deepest of my insides to quiver to the beat of the vibration of your vocal cords. I'm not quite sure how you stir these feelings inside of me. You awaken things within me that I didn't even know were in the longest of slumbers. I can't quite honestly describe the way you make me feel because using words in the English language simply cannot suffice. You are beyond the words that Merriam-Webster could have derived from the love languages. I do not want to stifle the beauty that is you by using mediocre words to describe someone I love who is beyond extraordinary. The crazy thing is, writing is my craft, and with you, I fall short, I falter and stumble over the keys on the keyboard because the combinations of letters just don't fit how I see you. I see you like my muse. You fuel the fire for my passion. You are so imperfect that you're nothing short of perfect in my eyes because you require me to look inside myself. You ask me to be transparent with you and then require me to love what I see. You have the audacity to see beauty in my flaws and point it out to me as if to show me that there is nothing inside of me that could ever push you away. I have an admiration and adoration for you that allows me to see beauty in your footsteps, hear symphonies in your breathing, and taste heaven in your kisses. The ridiculous part of this whole thing is you are a combination of feelings I felt and yet others that I've only dreamed about. You are all the good from everyone I've ever loved combined with the opposite of what I despise. You are but a distant dream and an unforeseen future, yet somehow you are ever so real to me. You may just be my prince waiting to be kissed or simply my pauper waiting for me to see the potential in you. I'm unsure of which one, but of one thing I am certain. You are my love.
Ooh, I felt that one in my heart. All right now.
Yo, it's something about poetry. Like when in the poem you're talking about having an encounter with yourself.
Y'all, that was written like after this breakup, and I was like, ugh, I ain't met this person yet. I'm gonna write about him, dang it. Shoot.
Amen. Amen. Reminds me of Tori Kelly's Dear Nobody. Or Dear No One.
Oh my goodness. First of all, I just love Tori Kelly, like
Right.
in general, like just love her. Worth It is one of my favorite songs, like ever. Like Worth It by Tori Kelly. If you've never heard it, you should definitely.
I haven't. It's on my list. It's on my list now.
Yes, loving me inarticulate. Such a sweet love poem. It describes the feeling very. Thank you. Tissues for my issues. I cannot stand she's All right, y'all. We got about 45 minutes left. Anybody else trying to hop up in here before we let Hannity take it away with poem number 3? Come on, y'all. Don't
you
be
see,
shy.
we're professional hype women. Like, you're not gonna get anything but love.
Oh, I'm
my
getting my husband's first birthday. Oh,
Wow.
Highest compliment. Oh my gosh.
Awesome compliment. Yo, if you want me to like send it to you so you don't have to like send him this whole hour long,
Right.
like message me and I got you, because that is like a super big like compliment. Thank you, Sasha, so much. Like for real, for real. Oh, that you gonna make me cry. I'll be like somebody crying over my poem. Oh, that make you feel good. It make you feel good.
So clearly, this needs to be something that you do consistently. That's what I heard.
I feel like this should be something that we do regularly now. Like I definitely am with y'all on that for
100%.
Sure. It nailed it. I never can express my love, and that was perfection. I'm still crying. Oh,
yeah, it was so good.
I'm so happy. Yeah. Aww.
You know when you hear a poem and it's like you don't really have to say anything and comment to it because it's so perfectly just said all of your words, and you're like, so I have nothing to do but sit in silence. Now, clearly, it takes a lot to render me silent, because when I feel like I'm getting close to being rendered silent, I get so overwhelmed that I begin to just speak. But in my spirit, I'm like, that was just on the nail enough to be silent. Remember to hit that like button, smash it.
That's that real love right there. And man, Jabria, I promise you probably and don't even know it. I swear you are. I swear you are. Man, y'all just don't even be realizing.
Don't sell yourself short.
Y'all don't even be realizing. Okay, Miss Hannity, you ready to tell us about poem number 3?
All right. Poem number three is about survivors of domestic violence. So I'm sorry, but the mood is gonna change a little bit.
You know what? I'm not even gonna be super mad, because the next one I was like, if I have to read, I'm about to read this breakup poem, and y'all gonna be like, bruh, she loved this person, didn't she? So it's okay. We'll all like maybe get a time to end on like a happy note, like everybody give a little short haiku or something before we get off of here. Like we'll end on a happy note. We'll end on a happy note for sure.
Now we can end on a little haiku for the girlies if they want to laugh. I'm sick.
I'm just saying. All right, you ready?
Choose a more serious one too, since that's what we're doing on this round. Hannity, take us away.
Hey, take us away, Hannity.
This one is called Sorry. I've lost count of the number of times you hit me. Wait, before you say you should leave, I don't want to break up my family. You see, I can tell he's sorry when he says he's sorry, even if it sounds like a broken record. I know what you're going to say, but I'd rather deal with the disappointment from you than have another bruise. Besides, it only happens when he's mad, so I won't make him mad. I'll cook the food he likes and decorate the way he wants, just so I won't face another blackout. But know this, you will never get near my kids. And if we go toe to toe, well, I can promise you that only one of us will tell this story. You keep saying, I won't do it again, please don't go. And I promise to love you like you deserve to. And other sweet sayings that I want to believe in. But when do the broken promises stop? Your promise is a promise, and two people can keep a promise only if one is dead. And you always said how I have great assets, but you keep violating my mindset. You think I want to wear this, the long sleeves and big glasses in the summer? But it's either that or have someone ask questions. So I'll keep at this until it's me or you in that box till death do us part. There you go.
So I'm low key a like fan of, or I was. It got like way out of hand after a while. Pretty Little Liars, but two can't keep a secret if one of them is dead. I felt that line so very much. Right? When do the broken promises stop? Come on now. Right? I promise you, if we go toe to toe, it was the I promise you for me.
Same.
It was the I promise you for me. It chills, right? And Glory joined us. That was intense. It was, right? Man. Amen. Also, y'all, I got a whole bunch of light on me and it's starting to get to me. Whew.
Listen, take it down.
Yeah,
too much spotlight.
No,
right now, it's this ring light about to come down.
I love that song.
Just scream.
I just screamed and scared the shit out of the sky. I bet you did. Don't be scared.
I was like, listen here. You better calm down. Listen, Hannity.
I said, don't scare her, and I jumped up, and here come Cleo. Like, what you doing? Where you going? I'm turning the light down. Give me a second.
It was also for me, Hannity, that I promise you.
Right? The I promise you.
That's what it was
for me. Boo-boo. It was that for me.
Exactly. That, and then when you said something about your children, and I was like, and that's gonna be a wrap for any man that comes against you, period. Like,
man, bro, because I was legit talking to the boyfriend, and I was like, you know what? As much as I want kids, I feel like God is like, you don't need kids, because if these were your kids in any of these situations in America, people would be dead. Like, I'd be in jail because I killed somebody. Like, let me just be honest with you. I'm like, this is like, I don't care. You can see this is there. If I have a child that a police officer kills, you better run. Like, don't try to defend yourself. Don't, like, as soon as they tell you on administrative leave, go to fucking Hawaii, bruh. Cause like, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm like Toby Wigway, try Jesus.
Not me.
Cause I throw hands. Don't try me. Don't try me. Don't try.
There was something on TikTok. It was like, I'm half hood, half saved. That means pray with me, don't play with me.
Right, I sent that to you. Yeah, I'm half hood, half holy. I'm half hood, half holy. That means play with me, don't play with me, okay? Right. Like, don't
Please.
do it.
Like, I'm under construction. I'm trying my best. Right. Listen, every Black woman is very literate in the I promise you. We know what that means. I promise
you, right. In the ponds where the sun don't ever shine. That was probably right, man. Bruh. Ain't room on this earth for my child's killer. Right? Thank you. Period.
That's a bar.
I'm like Kevin Hart's daughter. Somebody got to go. And
it ain't gonna be me.
It ain't gonna be me. My child is already gone. Like, what am I here for? I'm like Denzel and John Q. I will not bury my son. My son's supposed to bury me.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, so I want y'all to know, if it do come out and it's like Cache killed a police officer that killed her son, yeah, she probably did do it. That was a whole
Right.
thing.
Like, don't
Right,
call me as a
right,
witness.
right.
Let's not do that, because
You can do all things through Christ, but try me. I'm with it. Try Jesus. Please don't try me. I'm just saying.
listen, I just have to say one more time, Eva, I don't know if you think you're not a poet, but that ain't room on this earth for my child's killer and me was a whole bar. Like,
right, first of all, low key, that's the whole poem. Let me write it
right,
down.
that's
And
it.
the next time we do this, I'm gonna have that's gonna be the title of the poem, and we just gonna start from there.
And we just gonna start from there.
We just gonna start from there. Y'all gonna be like, she did. Yes, sure did, because I
Yes.
felt that in my spirit.
Because that's one of them, like, and full stop. Like,
Right.
ain't room on, there's just not.
And I just like it. Like, ain't room on this earth, not this country, not this state, not this city, but this whole planet.
It's so
You
total.
You feel me? I'm just saying.
And succinct. Like, when you said that could literally be the entire poem.
Right.
It really could be. Like, it's so succinct and so final and also full of intent.
Right. Like no low-key, that's how I'm starting. There. I'm starting the poem with that line and I'm ending it with that line. Like, starting it.
I expect it. You've been commissioned.
I will definitely give you credit, just like, you know, Andre credit. I gave Andre credit for the thought. I got you, Eva.
I was let's be clear. I am a poet, okay?
But I'm also a lover of poetry. I'm here as a lover today. Yes, that is an amazing line.
It's amazing.
Eva is a poet. We were reading her poetry last night. Oh, awesome!
Oh, I missed it.
Ain't room on this earth. Gloria is awesome. So we got two poets who just decided they're not gonna get up.
Y'all just gonna neglect the stage tonight. Oh,
right. Okay. I see. Okay. I see how y'all doing it.
I understand. I just don't want to play with us.
Jabria made a whole haiku. Ain't room on this earth for my child's killer and myself. I love it.
Thank you all.
All right, Britt, you ready for poem number 3? You got one?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and keep with y'all's like heavier theme.
Tell us about this poem.
What'd you say?
Tell us about this poem.
Oh, this is another one from
Cause you know y'all wrong. You know y'all wrong. Why? It's an open mic and both of y'all poets talking about we just listening tonight. That's why you screaming, because you know you're wrong. I'm talking about Glory. Glory talking about she laughing at us.
Mm-hmm. The link right up there, and you don't want to
that would be the perfect only line spoken in a short movie. Bruh. Because I mean, we all love Taken. We all understood it. They didn't even kill her. They just took her.
Right.
All I'm saying. And we can all understand they only kidnapped her. They didn't even kill her.
The first time.
Even said causes a distraction.
He's like, that's why I'm paying you. I'm paying my taxes for not showing up.
Yes, brother. Get your sister. Get your sister. Get her up here. Go ahead. He's Glory's brother. He's Glory's brother.
Go off, do it, because you know if anyone know how to do it, that's your ministry.
Right, for real, bro. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this is another one from the National Poetry Month collection. It's not a collection, but this series of odes, and it's NPM number 7 to a less known me. I could give a whole little, you know, what it's about, but it's another poem where I'm processing. So it's a little bit longer. But yeah, it's just me processing, like feeling really, really great. And then like at the end of the day, not anymore, and just trying to process why exactly I was feeling that way after like a really great day of fellowship. And then just like as I was going home, I just got overcome by the spirit of like sadness and fear. And so when I got home, I was like, let's process. Okay, so NPM number 7 to a less known me. Dedication to the parts of me I don't name for lack of time and energy and an abundance of exasperation and denial. Tonight, you win. Somewhere In a field of flowers, bright and blossoming, there sits a version of me who would rather choke on herself than be alone. And no one I know now would believe such a startling and pitiful fact, but it's tear-stained certified, believe that. Matter of fact, picture that, brazen and unbothered present-day me, wanting so badly to be kept. I'd squirrel away secrets and people I just met, trying to tether them to me. See what foolishness desperation brings? Girl, flower girl. I thought you were smarter than that, at least scareder than that, and I trusted angst-aligned trepidation to keep you from that girl, flower girl. Instincts like those that bade our ancestors come in from the night. There's danger, girl, girl. I wish I could suck my teeth for as long as a Jamaican. Your unconceived, possibly unbearable children would be hearing that sound all of their non-existence. Do you know how long non-existence is? Me either. Don't you remember how paralyzing, impotent hope is? Me too. That's why I expected more of you, or maybe why I'm surprised you moved in that direction or any. I remember that flower girl mostly in stillness, remarkably statuesque and somehow busy in all the unimportant ways. That's why no one else remembers her, why no one else saw her at all. I remember me scenery for all intents and purposes, a pious thing, wisping about, uninteresting to all unless she was willing to get wild, and for the most part, she wasn't for a while. But then came the showers of everyone that wasn't around, and wild was only one of the things she was. Girl. Yeah, girl. She would do anything, and she hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, she's decreased and decreasing, but one Sunday, on the way back from church, I fell into a waking dream while I was literally driving. In the dream, they told me I couldn't stay. I mean, I could, but not as long as I had that day, and just that made tears jump from my eyes so quick I was shocked back to my body, heart pounding, hands squeezing leather will to hold on to this reality where the sun is up longer and I can stay until 6, and that house is still there, filled to the brim with laughs and accents I knew then, two embarrassing and distressing things. One, anything can pull the trigger to loneliness, a bullet, psychic and catastrophic. And two, I would always be that girl, flower girl. No matter how many stems I braided together, I'd always be a stiff breeze from bending, and the break would always beckon, the threat of tearing forever great, and I was tired. This is pathetic to people, I'm sure. Maybe unbelievable still, but they don't know what it is to be alone several ways at the same dang time, to sit in an apartment alone and be half a country away from your family you're fleeing, and needing to stand in a room full of people who love who you seem to be but hate your God so completely, to be pulled to solitude by a dating pool that God says is not for you. Cool. Play the waiting game in a quiet room when you don't really know how to pray or want to or feel entitled to, because those wild days took you farther than you meant to, and God's forgiven, but you haven't forgotten it, and it's yet another thing to make you feel and feel deserving of hermitude. What happens is you become hungry. You devour parts of yourself you think fatty enough to nourish, but are so unseemly they keep these abstract people away. You inhale your very familiar faults like good weed, and hope the high gives you courage to speak to 3 strangers today, flower girl, just 3. You cling to people God is pruning from your life, because better these poisonous fruits than none at all. So you gorge on them, screaming all the while, but mostly when you arrive at people very specific and real, you jump at pangs of phantom hunger, get sick at the sight of flowers just when you thought you were more than over her. Girl, flower girl blooms again, and because no one else can, I'll acknowledge her. Put her in my hair like a chosen accessory, because that kind of desire begins with me. Girl, flower girl, we gonna always be we. So I'll give you sun and water, plant you in a populated garden. I found a plot, girl, the soil is good. Sink our roots deep, sate appetite, slake thirst, and I could rhyme until this all becomes desert and I'm parched all over again, but it won't make me know how to end this meditation, probably because the apprehension itself is enduring. So I'll end where I began, because that's how girl flower girl moves within me. She wanders around some bend or other in my psyche, and at the most inopportune time returns to be in a field of flowers bright and blossoming. There sits a version of me who would rather choke on herself than be alone.
Oh, so you was like, I'm gonna show up and show out. Okay. 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 Okay.
I'm sick.
You gonna show up and show out. That's all I heard. Okay.
That's
I hear you. I hear you.
Eva's just coming with the generosity.
I know,
Tonight.
right? Okay, so we got Tom, who joined us, is saying, keep speaking, loving this. Not like a Jamaican. That took me out. I like laughed out loud when you said that. Right? I wish I could say it. Did I? Right? Yes, right. Which one of mine should I read? I'll read Eva's first. Okay, cool. Do you know how long non-existence is?
Me either.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Glad you didn't feel pressure, because we weren't trying to make you feel pressure. I definitely understand like anxiety issues for sure. Eva says, I want the audiobook of your poetry, Britt. Oh,
Me
shit.
too.
She called me out. Right. That was so beautiful. I got feelings. All right, Deja. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Ooh, child. The feels. Literal goosebumps. Hi, Claire. It's nice to see you here. Microtransactions. I don't realize how much I spent to listen.
That's such a thing.
That is such a thing. Bruh, you know what the king of like microtransactions for me is? Wish. Like I'll be on Wish doing like $1, $1, and then it'll be like 100 and
Yo.
Wait a minute.
The way math works.
Wait a minute. Okay, well, I only got $20, so the rest of this ain't going. I'm gonna rethink these 20 things that I actually need, and that's what I'm gonna order.
Period.
I have no problem taking something out of my cart at all. Like I ain't got the budget for it. It's not a thing. Hey, Tom, you gonna go ahead and introduce yourself? Let us know what you gonna be dropping for us tonight. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Is he muted?
Well, more so like it might be his microphone.
Yeah, say, how is it now?
Okay.
We can hear you now.
I forgot.
You're
Oh, hush. I can hear Glory literally cackling in the other room.
Are y'all all in the house together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're the awkward siblings for a reason.
Oh, I didn't know that all three of y'all were siblings. I thought it was...
No. Not Eva.
It's just two. It's just two.
Oh,
It's just
me and Glory.
Yeah.
You and Glory. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, you and Eva. I'm so bad with family relations. It takes me some time. But I'm caught up now. Go on, Tom.
I'm half of the awkward siblings with Glory, my sister. We kind of switch up every couple months talking about movies and storytelling and autism and getting by in this world.
That's a whole conversation. So y'all got stuff every week to talk about. I love it.
Yeah, that's why we switch up about every 2 months, because we can only take one of those subjects so long. And then it's like we need a break.
Right.
So right now we're just having fun doing storytelling with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Figure everyone's seen those movies, so we can talk about it all.
Makes sense. All right, what you gonna bring for us tonight, Tom?
Let's see. Glory wanted me to do my choose your own adventure one.
Okay, I'm intrigued already.
Give me just a moment to get it loaded, because of course it's being a pain.
So when did you write this? What made you write it? Tell us about it as you're getting it up.
I wrote this just one morning sitting in the car. Oh no, this one was I was sitting just at home, and I wanted and I realized like it ended up being very negative. And then I realized, you know what, at the end of the time, how about you could be positive? And so I ended up writing 2 endings. And so it becomes a choose your own adventure. How do you want this to end? Do you want to take it as it's just always bad, or do you want to see the positive?
I like that. Come on now. Drop it for us, Tom. Let us know.
All right. It's called How'd Your Day Go? I feel the drop come every day. Why the sudden stop in every way? I could be productive, I say. Instead, my brain fogs midday. The sudden warmth in my limbs, the sudden hug like a sympathetic thought in my vim for progressing my next whim. A yawn on my lips, finishing small sips of a drink to whip my thoughts into shape. I'll just lean a little in to the silence, nothing dins. I can nap, it's not a sin, to refresh my brain again. Now how do brown Jersey cows have picnics in thickets with bunnies every noon using spoons? And then choose how does your day end, 1 or 2. Could be 1, or could be 2, as we all tend to do. Oh crap, I still forgot. Now the day is for naught. I need to finish all I can before Morrow repeats, oh damn. Take deep breaths, stop the panic, we've got this. I'm okay, damn it. Why can't I ever get finished? All I had planned, I'm diminished. But it could have just ended just as easily with a better mindset in this way. That was amazing, I say. I'll finish everything right away. What would have been tomorrow's today is done. Let's go play.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever, well, I know y'all have all probably heard of Shel Silverstein, right? Uh-huh. Everybody knows Shel, right? Have you ever heard the poem Sick?
Sick?
I'm not sure I have.
Okay.
Probably because I have.
Okay, so it starts off, I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy and McKay. I have the measles.
Okay, yes.
And at the end, she says, what? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye. I'm
going out to play.
And when you said that was the first thing that popped into my mind. I was like, yes, bring me back to my childhood. I love it. 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 Also, Kat was like, I didn't know they were related. Whoa. Rich said, choose your own adventure, you say. That is so cool. I'm ready to choose my own adventure. Ooh, I love the 2 endings idea. I do, right? Fewer than here for naps to refresh. Great poem, Tom. Yes, that was great. I loved it. It was like
I was realizing, like, you know, why do I always have the negative viewpoint?
Yeah.
You know, I could just as easily have a happy one, but it's like, but I really liked how this first version went. I don't want to just erase it.
Tom, that was so good. It was. I love this concept. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. It's like, it reminds me of the people, like the different poems that are like, they're different if you read them forwards and backwards, just like poetry. Like you read it one way and it sounds one way, but if you read it from the bottom up, it's a completely different poem. Like I love
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Are you serious? There
Give me an example. Oh my gosh.
I think if you just look up palindrome poems.
I'll have to send you one. There's one by a Black poet that like it was the first time I ever read, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, yo, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, poetry magic, I think.
You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, madam?
Hi, I'm Glory. Tom already said, you know, I have have a channel, Glory Writes the Blues, and every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, we do a show. Right now, we're doing Getting Excited About Movies, where we talk about storytelling mechanics by using movies, specifically right now, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Monday is Iron Man Day. But, every week we pick a different part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to talk about, and just like what kind of storytelling elements writers can use to incorporate from these movies, like ideas, as well as how to pivot when maybe these parts of them don't necessarily work. So that's all. All right, and I have a book of poetry coming out this autumn. Anyway, so stuff.
Oh, no. You're not going to skip over that. See, we be having these conversations where people be like, you can skip over the stuff. Rewind.
We don't do gentle flexes. We pull out, extend the arm, all the way flex.
So, yeah, I mean, it's still, I'm still in the process of editing to finish, because it's this book of poems that I have just been carrying around with me for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So this part is all typed up and edited, and this part still needs to get done. So yeah, it's obviously a labor of love, and I don't know. I was not prepared for this. I was not expecting it, but I obviously do, cave to peer pressure pretty easily. So I am here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not.
No. I'm not trying to look. I don't actually think peer pressure is necessarily a negative thing, because peer pressure can pressure us into doing good things, whether it's hydrate, take care of ourselves, go out and see our friends when we're not feeling it. I do think peer pressure can be a positive force in people's lives when it's positive people.
Right. I agree. All right, so what poem are you going to be reading for us today?
Well, I thought I would read Eva's. So since the one that she sent me last night that we talked about, we had a little slumber party online last night.
Ooh,
And we did tarot readings, and then wrote based on, this is what she wrote from a tarot reading.
All right, whenever you're ready.
When the light shines on the stage, we can finally see the show. In the shadow, before the curtain comes up, we just didn't know that there in the center, with his armor and his brawn, is the son with no father, the family with no home. A child going hungry sat upon a throne. We gasp when those lights go down. We fear what we now see. The circus show is going, and we're glued to our seats. Watch as the acrobats do walk, straight lines or consequence. Hear the tigers as they growl and prowl along that iron fence. Gawk at the figures swaying, clad for your eyes to see. Cry at the night they're waiting for the world to finally see. The distractions, they do bind us. The lights sparkle and they beam. And we only watch, and we only scream. When we do, they say exit, get off the showroom floor. We don't need you to try and change the circus anymore. Who cares if the cages rust? Who cares if the people reel? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares about all that we kill? It isn't a show for fun. It's a show to keep you still. A show to keep you still. Still.
Okay, Eva, we see you.
Yeah, and she wrote that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Get off the showroom floor. Right? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. And for it to be like one of those like sprint poems.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well, Chandra Arthur did tarot readings for everybody. And then we did a sprint so we could all write down it was stuff for our characters. And for Eva, she wrote a poem based on her reading.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, show Jabria some love. She's like, I love this and y'all, but I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Good night. We appreciate you being here, showing us some love. Awesome. And she also said, LOL, and I have a book of poetry coming out in August. I've read several of her poems. They are deep, powerful, and intense. Do recommend. You'll definitely have to let us know as that comes closer around. Do you have a date set already, or?
No, I cannot handle that level of stress.
Okay, no worries.
Also, just, this last month has been a little bit rough for me. So I'm not necessarily behind, but, I could totally get in my head and tell myself I'm behind. You know what I mean?
Right. Also, Britt Jabria had dropped one called Lost Generation. I think she was saying it was a palindrome poem for you to check out. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure you saw that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with Deja. In 10 minutes? What is that? Eva also says it has changed and grown, and I love it. So thank you for reading it for me.
Oh, you're welcome, Eva.
So I said, Eva, that was wonderful. Yay. Okay, so we have definitely flip-flop from harder, intense, happier, harder, intense. So, all right, I'm gonna let y'all decide.
Do you have poems if you want me to read one of mine?
Oh yeah, sure. I wasn't sure if you wanted to, if that was why you were reading Eva's.
Well, no, I want to be sure to read Eva's because Eva definitely deserves some time.
Got you. Well, go ahead, man.
All right, let me ask you, where do we want to go? All right. I have kind of happy and then a bunch of sad ones. Where should we go? Mood-wise.
Audience, other poets on the screen. What are we up for? What are we trying to hear?
I mean, we did the love round, and then now Hannity sort of has us on this more serious one. So and technically, you're the end of the cycle. So,
Right. This is I did that one that is kind of intense.
All right, well, that's the mood.
Yeah, that's what you're ready for. Go ahead.
We're gonna be ending with a happy haiku for the people. So you go ahead and be intense.
Right. I'm gonna take y'all back. I'm gonna do a throwback haiku, get y'all in y'all feelings. Remember when y'all was little kids?
I'm in a box and I can't get out, but no one hears me shout. Please, oh please, I'll be good. Please, oh please, I knew I could. I hate it when you touch my skin, but I promise I won't object again. I'll be a good girl. I'll always obey. I'll be a good girl. I promise I'll stay. It's thick and dark in this tiny box. If I scrunch down hard, I can be a rock. 'Cause rocks don't hurt and rocks don't bleed. Nothing can scare it, though I can't flee. The box opens and not too late. I love the same person that I hate. The air is fresh, sweet, and clean. I'm so dirty, damaged, and mean.
All right, now. I thought I hit the unmute button and was talking to myself.
I was like,
no, that was my bad. I was over here all right now, and was like, why she look like she can't hear me? Because
I thought you needed a moment to get yourself together, because I sure as heck did. I was like,
that's the one that's kind of intense. Yeah.
That was a lot. But I definitely felt it on so many different levels.
Thank you.
I like that. Okay, well then that definitely helped me to decide which one I'm reading next. It is definitely intense. I'm gonna tell you already, it's super duper intense. I wrote it after watching the documentary The 13th.
Oh,
and the first episode of the Khalif Browder story. So yeah, I was definitely feeling a lot of things intensely. So
the next round we're going up.
Yeah, next round we're going back. We're ending on a positive note. So that's gonna be a thing.
I got one to go from low to up.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I got one to go from low to up.
To load it up. Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Start
That's
slow,
what we
ends
gotta
up.
do.
I think you'll like it.
We got to. Okay, now hold on. Okay. Now there is. Oh, let's move this up here so I can see it.
Even when we're backstage, we should all be sure to mute ourselves so we don't echo into Cachet Spotlight.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to for this one.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself.
Okay. It's called Being Black. There's something excruciatingly exhausting about being Black. I awake every day feeling tired of being Black. There are so many things about my melanin that should be praised and respected, but I live in a place that teaches society that I am less than. I've never been arrested. I've never been in the back of a police car other than when the cops took me and my siblings to a children's shelter when I was 15. But I've always feared police officers. I have never been beaten by a white person, but being around them sometimes scares me. Deep down, I do not feel that the type of inherent evil that racism isn't contagious. Racism makes me feel dirty, as if the evilness of it could come ingrained in my soul and find a way through the skin, desperately trying to penetrate my dermis, flow through my blood, and abound inside the soul that I have. I do not feel safe. I do not feel valued. I do not feel human. I have to change so much of myself to flow through their world at a faster rate than others who look like me. The end result is me staring in a mirror, hating myself for this mask that I have to wear for my 9 to 5, college, church, social gatherings, music concerts, Walmart trips, and anything in which I am the minority and represent my minority. You see, I cannot be me because then they will use my colloquialisms as a way to say I'm not intelligent enough to understand their language and grammar. I cannot be me because then they will use my loud voice as an excuse for fear or my anger and aggression. I cannot be me because then they would say my hair is unruly and a distraction. I simply cannot be myself. And that in itself would exhaust anyone. So it is because of this that I speak out on social media and I shed that mask, and even that is exhausting. It's exhausting because even the white people that I fight against, seeing that racism in, sometimes see no value in people that look like me. Their excuse is that I'm different. But I'm not different. I'm every Black criminal. I'm every Black drug addict. I'm every Black high school dropout. I'm every Black teen parent. I'm every bad thing they associate with my skin color. And yet I am every great thing they willingly choose to deny. Yes, I am Black, and I am exhausted.
I cannot be me.
Right.
You almost had me like running up and down this room when you said that. Like you lucky I don't have my shoes on because I would have been down the street screaming. I cannot be me.
She caught it.
Well, no, like, because that was like the biggest thing. And so, like, for those of you guys who like might not know because you haven't been on my channel that long, like, so I have a set of adopted parents who are white, and part of writing this was dealing with them because so many conversations would be like, well, Shay, I just don't understand why other Black girls can't act like you. I don't understand why other white people can't act like you think you act, right? Like they're because everybody's not the same and everybody's story isn't the same. And just because they did something that you don't approve of doesn't mean that they're not a good person, right? So it was so much of realizing that. Like, it is tiring.
Right. And
And I know
also,
this
how you think I act isn't necessarily how I really want to be.
right, which was the number one thing. Like, I can't be me because of what you might say. So I
Right. I
have to
heard that.
act
I'm
this
like,
way. I have to be this person because if I'm this way, right? So, yeah.
100%.
So now that we're done with the intense stuff, like make you feel that, right? No, Deja, right? Right? Like this week, so much so, I've slept through more days this week than I have slept, period.
Yo.
Like I've spent more days like in my bed just sleeping from being exhausted.
Yeah. And that was literally the energy when I was writing and like deciding to put up My People Perish. It's so freaking exhausting to constantly be in mourning and then to be walking around so perpetually in mourning that people don't even respect it anymore. Like, mourning is holy. I'm meditating. I'm
Right.
tending myself. I'm tending my loved ones. I'm saying goodbye to people who I can't see anymore. People just all in your face, all in your life. Like, Black Death is so normal that we should all just go on with our day. Like, please leave me alone.
Right.
Like, it's so much. It's
Right.
so much, and it's so exhausting, and constantly having to either to choose to articulate that is just part of the exhaustion. Like, choices that other people ain't having to make on a day to day.
No, like for sure, for sure. And I think like it's one of the ways like it like resonates with me is when I can't do my weekly stream because I can't handle it. I can't handle being on the screen after Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of Black bodies dying and dying and dying. Like I can't laugh and joke and write because that's weighing on me. But that's not everybody's thing, right? Like not everybody feels that or sees that because it doesn't affect us all the time. And I wanted to like illustrate that in that moment. Like it's tiring, you know, like it just is. But now y'all got y'all happy. We about to end on a good note. We about to turn this poetry slam out. Open mic night. Get it? Everybody got their poems together? No, right? I'm with you, Deja. I've had to get off social media for months and just been diving into Black speculative my joy. I will say that one thing that has been getting me through this week is the amount of Black joy I've seen people just reposting on their social media because of how intense this is. Like, I know Taraji did like a whole 10 slides of just nothing but Black people laughing and smiling and it legit makes you feel better in those moments. Like to see that.
I got an Instagram for you.
Right?
I got an Instagram I love for that.
Okay, which one? What is it?
It's easy to remember. Black Pride and Joy.
Black Pride and Joy.
It is the
most
adorable
account, y'all.
Yeah, it is the most adorable kids you've ever seen, looking amazing.
See, and I follow Black babies on Instagram, and I love it. So yeah, I have to find that. All right, we all got our poems. Everybody know already.
We've already done love, right? So we're doing
love. It's just positive. Whatever this poem is, just positive notes. So we want to end on for the night. Also, thank you, Eva. I appreciate you so very much. You are so sweet. Line number one, truth number one. Right. Hannity, you got it. We're gonna go through the group. Hannity, Britt, Tom, Glory, then me. You got one?
Yes, I got one. It's about nature.
Ooh,
and it's
okay.
happy.
All right, we're gonna all go on mute, and you go ahead and tell us about it, and go ahead and get.
All right, this one is called Ever Changing. I haven't read this one in a long time, so like you're gonna have to bear with me. All right. Ever changing. Twilight beckons. I am a lantern, brightly lit in the luminescent light coming from the horizon. During the blue hour, my rays can exaggerate the level of fire you feel. bitter cold. I am an illuminating bolt of lightning, whipping through the relentless cascade of water in the bruised, luminescent light. Lightly tapping, I like to trickle down and tap on your windows. The tranquil drizzle puts minds at ease and causes a ripple effect in nightly slumber. Put together, I am a rare mellowness of weather when the day is at peace. No wind whipping, no sun blazing, and no rain pouring. Just calm, mellow weather.
First of all, now I want to go outside with some calm, mellow weather. I just wish we had some calm, mellow weather and not this April showers bring May flowers we got going over here. Come on. I like that. I like that. Rich, you back? Britt might be. Oh, okay. You back?
No, I'm back. Yeah, I'm not really bouncing back from the low.
No, I understand.
Just talking about blood. Like I'm not. That's not something I'm gonna bounce back from. But so I was like, how? Let me find a poem. That's not. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I'm happy, but it's not sad.
No, it doesn't have to be like that. It just not as intense, rather.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever read this one out loud because it's another of like the newer one, like from the Challenge collection. So maybe the cadence is off. We'll see. But this is. Do y'all hear that echo? Is that me or am I echoing through someone else?
I'm muted.
Am I still echoing? No, I'm not. Okay. So this is NPM number 3 to my imagination, which honestly was long overdue because I often think about my imagination and thank God for my imagination and have to manage my imagination. Like I'm constantly circling it in some way. So I was glad to be able to do this. But yeah, it's not that long. NPM number 3 to my imagination. Girl, you crazy. You restless. You stop school for surreal visions of what will be, skids of what is not, and remembrance of what was never. You, the realest make-believe. The bestest faithful companion. Girl, you funny. Got me laughing at all this reflection like I'm seeing me and not a room full of you play too much dozens. But for true, it's because of you that I've come to like my own company. Love it, appreciate and covet it. People go, I'll open the door for them. It's me and you, boo, and we cool. Girl, you the one. Ain't never left me lonely. Lift me when I'm lowly and show me just how much we have to look forward to. Give me worlds to get lost in. Always bring me home. Maybe one day you won't. You won't leave me, though. We'll stay there together, farther gone than we can retrace somewhere as unbelievable as us. That'd be all right. I trust you.
Girl, you the one. Girl, you the one.
Amen.
All right now. I love it. You know me, personification. I love it.
Yes.
I love
it
it.
might have been after that conversation that I was like, let me.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. That does sound. We probably like because we did end up writing after after that day, so it sounds like it could have been a thing. I love it. I'm a fan of the conversational ones that you have written, like between you and the thing that you're talking to. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. All right, Tom, you ready?
All right, I think so. It's been a while since I've looked at this one.
Okay. What's this one called? What's it about?
It's called Oh My.
Oh My.
Yes. All right. Oh my, I can jump up high, almost fly. I'm above the sky. I can see the why I push me to die. You know what? I'm not competing. I'm accomplishing. More than I dream, all that I deem worthy of my team, of skills for tasks less hard than they ask to assist one and another. We can slow and get to know the beauty we are immersed in. How do the tasks finish quicker than last time I pushed myself so hard? The peace and the calm, it moves the jobs along, and suddenly I have time for my friends who helped me along with all my needs, and now I get to give them gifts with my own.
I liked it. I like that. I'm like a super big fan of people who can rhyme, because like rhyming poetry is not my thing anymore. Like when I was younger, like that was all I did, and then now it's more like cadence and words and how to like play off of things and stuff. So I'm always like, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. That was good. What about you, Gloria? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for the quiet days. Days when nothing much happens, when I can catch my breath a time or two. Days that contain bits of peace and quiet naturally. Thank you for the mothers and babies who agree to get along today. Thank you for the coworkers and patrons who decide to leave their drama at home today. Thank you for my brother as he learns to cook food that tastes more like something I'd eat in a restaurant and less like something eaten in a prison. Thank you for my little dog that embodies warmth and companionship when most of what I know is cold solitude. Perhaps one day I will be worthy of true friendship. Thank you for the quiet days when I'm not constantly confronted with my own inadequacies, and for a few moments when I don't feel like a jerk. I need quiet days like this once in a while, so I can recall why I'm trying so hard to become a better person.
We should all be better people. I like it. Y'all, these are so good. I like these. We are ending on like a great note. I'm like excited. Okay, so this is my last one, and it's called Turkey Legs and Ferris Wheels.
Those are
Yeah.
the
Oh, that
best
sounds good.
kinds. Oh, I love those kind of.
But I'm trying to see because there was like one more that, hold on. Okay, I have to find it for the next time we do this. But there was one where I like bring back like all the like games we played as kids and like play it in the poem, and I can't find it. And I thought that was what this one is, but oh well. Okay, it's on my phone, so I'm gonna look down this time. Y'all, I apologize. Make myself this up. Okay. Right, State Fair memories already. Okay, turkey legs and Ferris wheels. Cotton candy and slow roasted turkey legs are my favorite. Wrapped in hot tin foil, juices dripping down my arm, warm and succulent. Powdered sugar dust, light and flaky funnel cakes that melt in my mouth. Tasting the hot grease it resided in before my styrofoam plate. Purple, pink, and blue, puffy clouds of sweet cotton candy tickles lips. Ferris wheels that stall when you reach the top and rock ever so slowly. Songs from high school fill my ear as the nostalgia just takes me over. Sugar, sugar, how you get so fly? Frankie J and Baby Bash sing. Couples everywhere. I'm rooting for the home team. It's black love for me, of course. Step right up and try. Your luck games surround both sides. Wonder if I'll win. Airbrush t-shirts and big caricature drawings. Smiles that reach my eyes. Holding hands in crowds. Two people watch and observe. A writer's favorite pastime. There we go, y'all.
All right.
Yeah. So this was back when I would not I wouldn't enjoy things. I would do things and start writing in the middle of them. So I was in the middle of the state fair writing that poem with the guy I was with who thought I was like teaching somebody else instead of, but I was like, no, I see all these things and I have to write them down. It was a whole thing. So yeah. Yes. Oh my God. That was my song when I was a kid. Yeah, you get so fly. I'm not gonna lie though, when I heard the like cover version that they put on like either Walmart or McDonald's commercials or something, I was like, how did y'all ruin Frankie J and Baby Bash song?
She said,
Like,
sugar, sugar, how you do that?
right.
Oh, anything is possible.
Man, right? All right, y'all. Well, this has been an amazing, amazing night. I was feeling the entire atmosphere. The sugar reference brought me up. Right? Right. That was so great.
Dragging
right here.
Eva.
Well, because it was like that was the whole thing. Like the whole thing was what I was observing. A writer's favorite pastime. Like we do. We watch everything around us and turn it into stories.
100%.
Everything. So that was the whole thing.
People watchers just staring.
Oh, that is the thing the pandemic has like taken away from me, was going to coffee shops and parks and just watching people.
Right? Right?
Like that was my sanity. Like,
oh, you said no, I meant the ending of the stream.
I was like, dragging, what?
I was like, dang, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, no, I thought that she meant the ending of the stream. Yes.
I did not thought she was talking about the end of the poem. I was like, well, that's what happened. It was the end.
I thought she was talking about the poem, and I was like, harsh, Eva.
Right.
No, I mean, it's all love and light on this, so I just couldn't.
Right. Like, I was like,
it's a little bit corny, but so is a state fair. A state fair is corny, so I felt like it actually kind of worked together.
Yeah, when you responded, and I was like, did you think she's talking about her porn? Like, I didn't get that it was talking about the end of the thing.
Sorry.
I was like, why would you even say that?
I'm sorry, Eva. I love you. Yeah, Britt's got your back.
It's honestly because I think what I read was that was so great instead of this was so great, and I think that's what messed me up. I think that's what I saw.
You can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that.
Or you can get with this because this is where it's at. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up. But yeah, no. Yeah, that was me reading that completely wrong. But you see, I wasn't mad. I was explaining.
Yeah.
It's art. It's subjective. I understand.
I thought it was like like the ending was corny, but I thought it went well with the whole idea of like the fair and
right. And that's what I thought too. Like I thought too. Like she was like, that was like a corny. Like
I mean, yeah. Like the only time I have turkey legs are at fairs. That's literally. I don't eat even at Thanksgiving. I'm like, man, I don't need that turkey leg.
Yeah, I don't eat turkey legs any other time. I don't eat funnel cakes any other time.
No. Who does eat state fair food outside of a state fair? Like,
I don't know, but I love funnel cake. There's no place that sells it.
I love it, but I only get it at the fair. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I like turkey legs too. My parents actually have like whenever they made them one time, maybe twice when we weren't at a fair, and we devoured them because we do love them.
Yeah.
Don't like they're just some foods that seem to live at certain occasions, and you just don't even think to take them out of that context.
Exactly.
And so
exactly.
That like turkey legs and funnel cake is just one of those things. And to an extent, almost so is popcorn. Like even when we eat popcorn outside of the movie theater, we feel compelled to pop it when we're watching either a series for like a spree or a movie like on our own, like contextual foods.
That was Glory yesterday. That was Glory yesterday. Like, no, go make me some good popcorn.
Tom's been experimenting with making really good popcorn, like with the silicone popper in the microwave, and like with butter, but so the butter doesn't burn, so it's popped in butter, which is decadent, y'all. It is so good.
That sounds
like a worthy effort.
Oh, I was very much twisting his arm. Yeah, I was like, dude, make some more now. Now make more.
This looks great. You can do better.
Random,
Go do
I
that.
like popcorn walking around Target, or I did in the before times. It's my biggest plan.
Yeah.
Immune month.
Yeah.
No, like, so as a kid, popcorn in Target and the banks was my thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
please give me a bag of popcorn.
Now I'm gonna look at every single thing.
I'm gonna look at every single thing.
You know, where the cotton candy is still so warm, you can feel the heat coming off of it. It's so fresh, the cotton candy.
Yeah.
Just walking around with just clouds of it. That's a memory right there of like, that is fairs, you know.
And my
Yeah.
the Target used to sell popcorn, like
Yes.
popped popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like big, obnoxious bags of it. Hot,
Okay,
right?
Yep.
is that what you were referencing just now, Eva?
I think so, yeah, because Eva loves Target.
Okay, because it's been so long. I don't know if they stopped that during the panorama or if they had been stopped it for years. But I'm like, I feel like I'm seeing red bags of popcorn, but I can't place if it's in Target or it's just a movie theater bag that happens to be red.
When I was a kid, Kmart did that. Bags as big as toddlers.
Yeah. They have a cafe deli place, she said.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yes, they do. Okay,
Right,
okay.
it's like right
And
when
they
you
do have
come in.
popcorn.
It's like right off to the side when you come in at
Yes.
every Target somehow.
Okay,
No matter
I'm
what
not
station you're in, that's how they do it.
I
You
feel like I
know,
haven't been to Target in a long
a
time.
decade ago or last year, whatever it was.
I don't know, it was a lifetime ago.
Man. All right, y'all. This has been amazing. This was awesome. We went almost an entire hour over what I thought we were going to do. So that is great. We got some great poetry. And I do think this is something we're going to do again. So we'll have to like sit down and figure out when we're going to do it again. But thank you guys so much for being here. If y'all want to just start with Britt and go around, everybody, you know, outro, say where people can find you, things like that. And then we will adios out of here.
All right, people, I am Britt. My channel is Britt Writerly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I also share bookish content like book talks, fangirling over particular book content and writing vlogs monthly. And then I share original content. Right now, that original content is poetry. The last two I uploaded were both about Blackness. So the first one was an ode to Blackness. The second one was My People Perish, another limitation for Black life. So click around on the channel, watch a couple videos, give it a like and a comment. If you like what you see and you feel like you want to engage with the content continuously moving forward, then hit that big red button and we can be internet friends.
Hey guys, my name is Kennedy. I'm a writer, mother, and caffeine lover / tea lover. I have a YouTube channel. You can subscribe. And I will eventually get back on whenever that day comes, because it's been a while. I have, let's see, I'm a scriptwriter, poet, and I also write books. And I had so much fun today. Like I haven't read poetry or performed poetry like this in a long time. So I was super excited for it. Everybody's poems was like on point. Yeah, I'm just like real happy. I'm just gonna ramble, so I'm gonna pass this down.
Tom, buddy, you wanna outro yourself?
Oh, if you actually watch our shows, you know how bad I am at this. That is why Gloria is covering her face, laughing so hard. I am Tom. I technically have a channel called A Think Fix. Right now, still not doing anything with it. I mostly co-host the show on Mondays with Gloria at Gloria Writes the Blues, where we do the awkward sibling hour and, you know, the getting excited about movies like we are right now. Other than that, obviously I occasionally write poems, and mostly I help writer friends with story development and, you know, first draft editing.
Hi, I'm Glory, and my channel is Glory Writes the Blues, and and my Instagram is also Glory Writes the Blues, and I write things. If you would like a free short story right now on my channel, it is called Mabel Woke Up Dead This Morning. It is a dark humor story. I'm just saying, if you have an auntie, you might enjoy it. It is about Auntie Mabel. So, and beyond that, yes, every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, I do a show with my brother and a whole bunch of other awesome people. And we would absolutely love for everyone to come who's interested or and contribute, chat, whatever. And if you'd ever like to be on our show, we would absolutely love to have you. Please let me know. The more the merrier, since a very nice anonymous patron has paid for the paid StreamYard account for us. So we definitely would absolutely love to host people and cross promote and all that cool stuff. So anyhow, that is me, and I'm going to stop rambling too.
Y'all are so awesome. I just want to thank everybody that is here now, everybody that has been here, everybody that is going to watch on the replay. This was a fun little experiment for us to see how this is going to turn out. And I honestly had a great time tonight. I want to thank all of the poets that came up here, especially Drea. I know she's like off stage now, but thank you so much for coming and sharing your work with us. Definitely follow everybody. I'm going to add Tom, Glory, and I think Drea is already in the description box. I know Hannity and Britt are, but add to the description box so you can find their channels and, you know, follow them for their content. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. We had a great time. I'm thinking we might do this every other month. That might be a thing. Like maybe every month is a little too much right now, but maybe every other month I'll get with the Melanated Writing community and we'll talk about it and see when we can host another one. But thank you guys again for being here. I hope y'all have a great night. Bye.